Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today, if you clicked on this video, you know we are doing an extender video. This video is going to be about what are extenders, how do I use them, what are some tips and tricks with extenders, different Glam planner double box hacks that I use a lot and came up with, and just all the box extender details. So let's go ahead and get into it. There are different kinds of box extenders. So there's tall box extenders, which I get all my extenders from either Sticky Essentials or Scribble Prints Co. I prefer Sticky Essentials, but she sometimes is like not open or whatever, and if I'm in a pinch, I'll get them from Scribble Prints Co. But these are tall. I'm going to just tell you what they're called: tall extenders. These ones are like a full box size extender, which I do use, and I will show you how I use them. These are tall extenders. Then you have the wide extenders, so they would fold sideways. And then you have the Glam Planner double box extender. This is just one giant double box extender sticker. I haven't actually used one of these in a spread yet, but I will show you how I would use them. So some other things I would highly recommend you have if you're going to do extenders, because I just find them extremely helpful, is some blank sticker paper. It doesn't have to be in a sticker book like mine. I used to save sticker sheets that had full boxes on them or extender boxes and use the blank sticker paper once they were all used up. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. The other thing I would recommend is something, a credit card works, but something to smooth out edges. I do find that to be extremely helpful. Okay, so now we are going to go and show you what are extenders, how do you use them, what do they actually look like. So here is my 2020 planner, and the first time I ever used an extender was this week, Valentine's Day week. This got bent. Oops. This is what it looks like, and here is my first extender in a week. And here is my first tall box extender that I ever did. So you can kind of see what those look like in action. Then I'm going to fast forward to where, like, this is pretty simple and how it stayed. The only other thing I did was like here. This is just a full box extender. And then when you fast forward to the fall, let's go to the Mean Girls spread. This is specifically where I start to get really into boxes. I loved this art and I wanted to use all the full boxes, so I did a million different extenders to be able to do that. And I got this idea from Andrea of Scribble Prints Co. I don't know who the original extender box idea came from, but that one I did get from Andrea, and then it kind of exploded from there. And I will show you guys how to do some of this. This is one of my ways how to include a double box from Glam Planner. This was the first week I did that, and this one has a Glam Planner tall box. And then the first really big double box hack, let me make sure that folded the right way. The next really big double box hack I did was this one. In December of 2020, I had a dream, or I was in the shower, I don't quite remember, and came up with this. So that's my extent of my 2020 planner. The other really big hack I'm going to show you came about this year, as far as Glam Planner double boxes go, and it is this one. So as you can see here, it flips up to the double box. And then there's one more week I wanted to show you, actually, just because this is also another week where I kind of went extender crazy, and I got a double box there as well. So let's go ahead and show you how to do some of these. So in order to do this, I'm going to use this planner that I got on accident. And they told me I could keep because it was misnumbered. And this is kind of my like tester planner, so it's weird to have a coil. I will say that. And then we are just going to use some like kit leftovers, some stuff I've gotten for free, and just kind of mix match it to show you guys how to do this, if that makes sense. So sorry I'm not going to be using like, you know. So let's just go into the easiest. First, let me find, I'm trying to stick and not use multiple sheets because I tend to pull off of multiple sheets. Okay, so here's a tall box. Okay, so sorry, I just got a phone call. But so we're gonna grab the tall box extenders and show you basically how to do this. I'm just gonna put it on my arm to take some of the sticky off. I like doing this, especially when I'm demoing things, just so that, you know, I don't know. So let's say you want an extender and you want it to open like up. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is fold it over as evenly as you can. And here's where I like my scraper or a credit card, anything, you know, with a hard edge, this pretty much works for. And you are just going to really crease that edge. I find it really helps with extenders just laying down right and correctly. And then you're going to take your full box. Again, I like it to be less sticky, so I always kind of stick it on my arm beforehand. And you are going to just line it up. This is the part that I usually pull it away from the camera to do because it's so hard to do on camera. But I usually, like I said, do this part, like I pull it towards me and cut out the footage in a plan with me. But I'll line it up best I can, and then I'll lay it down again, and usually take my scraper tool, and there you have an extender. And then as far as putting things on the inside, there are some tricks to it to get these to lay down better. So one of them is to not put things in the crease. This goes for like any extender, whether it's a sideways extender, whatever, is to not put things right in the crease. So when you line it up, you almost want to pull it just a hair. I don't even know if you guys can tell. That's not lined up with the side, but away from the crease, and that way it's not bulky in the crease and it can fold over, you know, easily. And like the same thing, if you were to put a box on this side, you kind of want to leave just a hair. I don't know. You can see that hairpin of a gap I left, and it will allow your box to fold very easily. Now obviously I'm just doing these with full boxes. You could put a foiled box here, like an underlay, anything you want to match your spread. So that is a tall extender. Let me see if I can find an example in my spreads where I have used one of those. So we're back to this spread right here. Under this full box, you can see I just put 2 underlay boxes to have an extender on my day. So that's how I did that, exactly like I did here. Okay, and then that's it. Next, we are going to do a tall box hack. There's 2 different kind of ways to do this one. I'll show you what I mean. So here's the tall box. She's gorgeous, she's stunning. Let's say we really want to incorporate her, but she's gonna take up a lot of space. So let's say, I don't know, we want this little boy to be on top. Let's say we're gonna put him him in our thankful thought, and we still want her to be included in our spread but not shown. You can take it just like this might be a little bit longer than a true half box, actually. So we're gonna basically do the same thing. So for this, you're going to want to essentially flip her like upside down, so that if she's this way, her head is on the bottom and her feet are on the top. You're going to take the full box you're using and put it facing you. Again, it's really hard to line up on camera. That's why I always pull it away off camera. So you're going to line them up, and then you would essentially, okay, this is a true, because some of them are a little bit longer from Andrea. And then you just fold it right at that seam, and now you have your double box, your tall girl under a full box. Okay, so let's go ahead and just stick these down here just so that they're off of my board. For now, let's go ahead and do a sideways box. These I like to do with scenes. So let's go ahead and use a scene from this Glam planner kit. I still hate this box with a fiery passion. You guys have been around for years, you know. Okay, so let's say you're going to do a sidebar situation where you want it to be like this, okay? You want it to open up and have a scene because you want to, I don't know, include this double box. You want to have a peekaboo scene under a flap. You could put boxes on top of these two and open up to a different scene underneath. That's really cute. So whatever it is you want to do, here's how you do the sideways boxes. Same way basically as you do the tall boxes. You crease it as evenly as you can. It's hard when it's like super sticky. Again, that's why I like to get some of the sticky off. And I just got hair on it because that needs to be, my little like tool needs to be cleaned. It's like sticky from rubbing it against stickers all the time. Okay, so this is the right side of the scene. So I want my box to open a specific way. And because I'm left-handed, I like it to, I have to turn it upside down. Well, I didn't line that up exactly perfect because, again, it's harder on camera, but now you have the box that opens. So, when you want to do the other side, to have it open the other way, you obviously put the sticker opening the other way. But that's basically how you do a sideways box. And again, when you put things on like the inside, you don't want, oh, perfect. We are gonna do the double box like thing that I was talking about. I can show you how to do it. So if you wanted to put another scene on the inside, or, you know, whatever, you had a scene, you want your day by day on the outside with an underlay, you can put another box on the inside like that. We will just stick you down right here. And now you have a door. So now let's go ahead and do the other door. So many extenders on this day. It's kind of funny. So now we're gonna do the other door. So we're just gonna lay it down, crease it. I don't always use my tool when I do this, but I do think it helps them lay down better, faster. Get the correct double box piece. Okay, so that went on really crooked, but you know, win some, you lose some. And then we are going to put the other piece in here again, leaving just a hair of a gap. And then you have your extender. So we can lay this down right here. So you have the houses from the street view with the trees, and you open to a double box. So that is how you do the doors. So the next extender we're going to talk about is a Glam Planner tall box extender, because it's not quite the same as the Scribble Prints Co. one. So Glam Planner tall boxes are not a full double box. They're not a full double box height. Like they're like 1.5. So you can do this almost the same way you do the Scribble Prints Co. one, where you put the girl upside down and then you put the top box facing you. Hopefully not that crooked. Some of these I've been able to take, but that one was like excessive. Okay. Oh crap, there's a bubble. Hang on. Okay. Well, I've just ruined this sticker. I ripped the back of it. That's why you want to stick it to your hands first, guys. Okay. But we're going to redo this. Hang on. See, even I'm not perfect. No, I'm not. I love this box. We're just going to pretend that I didn't mess it up, because otherwise I don't know if I will have pulled enough boxes for this. But essentially, you will fold it over the same way, and you'll see what I mean when I put it down next to the Scribble Prints Co. one. So you can see, here's my full box and here's my full box. When you open it, you can see how there's this gap here. So here's my planner from last year. When that happens, I usually put these on the sidebar, so I'll just put another box here with something like a highlight or something major that happened this week. California had closed back down because of the pandemic in 2020, so that's what that means. But I will usually put a box or something like that under there. So that's how I do one of the Glam Planner tall box hacks. The next hack I guess I want to show is how, this is the one I got from Andrea, Scribble Prints Co., is how I do like the sidebar scenes, I guess. So I use one of the full box extenders and I fold it in half. Already know, crease it. Okay, and then I usually have to turn it upside down, but let's just do this. This is the one like I showed you in the Mean Girl spread with the car earlier. There's one. And then two. Three. So that's how you create the little door. It's very similar to these, but it uses less sticker paper. The reason why I don't like doing this with these is you need the white, like the white showing. You can see where the box ends. I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like the seam showing, but you can do this with all sorts of things. I do it literally all the time. I do it here, like here's a scene where I did it, and then Olivia's birthday week, which is in April. Did that all lay down correctly? I'm like paranoid now. I didn't, it wasn't a scene, so you can see how I did it very similarly. to before. So that's kind of how you create that kind of a box. I guess we'll just keep loading her up here. Okay, so now I think that pretty much cuts what I do most of the time. Catching myself, JK. We have one more to do with these small boxes. If you want like a half box extender on a day, you just need a little bit of stuff. I haven't done this yet in 2021, so it's not one I use often. So if you're new to following me, you probably haven't seen me do it. But basically, most kits nowadays have squared boxes, but I don't the kit I chose to pull for the majority of this doesn't have any like squared half boxes. So we are gonna just make do with what we have. The squared ones are easier because they're easier to line up the corners. But basically, you just put your box there. This wouldn't be sticky with a squared box. And then you have room on the inside to put 2 more because it's a full box cut in half. So you should have 2 half boxes worth on the inside, or you could put an underlay and some smaller boxes or labels on the inside. But basically it creates a little like half box extender. So that's it with the full boxes. Let's get into the Glam Planner double box hacks. There's a couple, there's 2 specifically. Where'd my other full box sheet go? Okay. So the first one, we're going to use this double box here. And this is if you want the double box hidden and the girl showing. This is a little bit bigger than a true, what am I trying to say, double box, or like than 2 full boxes, because it doesn't have like the strip, like the strips included, you know, like this width of the margin. So for this one, you do have to do a little bit of cutting. But basically, if you want it to open this way, you're going to put her on this side. If you want it to open this way, you're going to put her on that side. But we're gonna act like we're putting her on the sidebar. So we're going to put her just lined up. Like this. And then you will fold it. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. How that side of the double box sticks out. So you can take scissors, anything you have to cut. I have my little cutting thing as well. I'll show you my paper cutter. Which would probably give me a straighter edge. And yes, I just ripped that for those counting. But once you cut that off, you basically get a double box. And then you can just put this, you know, wherever you want it, and there's your double box. And like I said, I first did this in December of 2020, and this is what my first one looks like. Did it the exact same way, just put some overlays on top, and I've since done it again. And I only want to show you this one because it has a overlay on the double box. So it doesn't fully close when like you open the page. It's not fully set, if that makes sense. Like this underlay, you can barely tell it's there, whereas this one sticks up. It's because of this overlay that is on this sticker. Just wanted to throw that caveat out there because I know it matters to some people Oops, I just bent all these. Wow, there's so many underlays here. So last but not least, we're going to do my last Glam Planner double box hack. And for this, I'm going to pull out a double box from an old movie kit because I need another double box to show you this. And because I'm probably never going to use this kit, we are going to pull in the double box scene for it as well. Here are the rest of the full boxes. So this one is done pretty similarly to the tall boxes. It's just a double box. Yeah, so you're going to turn it again so that the picture is upside down. And then I like to put, you know, this one here. Then we need to do the other one. Like so. Okay, and now for this, I usually like to take my slice tool and I like to cut out the middle here. I always do this. I can't tell you how many times I've just stuck that right on top of the paper. You know, we all ain't perfect. And then I like to lay it down the middle. It helps to complete the scene, in my opinion, and it helps to make this not sticky. And then I go ahead and I fold it, you know, right along that line, like so. And you have your double box, so you can put it here. And it's kind of like Glam Planner's Tall Girls, where you have a little bit of space. Because I usually do these on the weekend, that is where I put my weekend banner or anything like that. Here we go. Here's the first time I did it in this Plan With Me. I put my weekend banner down there. Sometimes if I have a lot going on, like let's see, weekend banner. I think I did put stuff under one of these. You guys can see I do this a lot. Weekend banner. This is another one that doesn't stick down all the way because there is a overlay under it. Like you guys can see on the sidebar here, these are both like fully down, like they lay down flat. You can see that seam I've left open there. So it lays down really flat. Here you can see this one doesn't want to. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about extenders. If you're curious how to use I guess I never have put anything extra under these. Maybe I'm going crazy. I think I've thought about it, but maybe I never actually did it. Anyways, the only other one I haven't shown you is the big Glam Planner double box ones. And essentially, all it is a giant tall box extender that you use a double box on. So you would put the double box, you know, on whatever side you wanted. When you fold these in half, they're exactly the size of a double box. So if you have 3 double boxes, that's like a good excuse to use this. But yeah, it's basically just a giant extender, and I don't have any more like double boxes that I can really, that I feel comfortable like essentially wasting for the purpose of this video. But let me know if you have any questions. I really hope that this was informative and not too long and rambly. I tried to make it straight to the point. I wanted to make sure to show you examples for my visual learners. Description box is there if you have any questions. Please subscribe so you don't miss this video. I'll also link like my planner, I forgot what I called it, but it's basically like a behind the scenes planner playlist that has like my planner toolbox, like how I store my kits, how I make my script stickers, just a bunch of stuff that goes into planning that's like more behind the scenes. So I will link that above for you. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.